Hi guys, I was speaking to a lady I work with, and her department is on the motorbikes, and she's in the shop and she sells helmets, leather jackets, gloves, that sort of thing. And she was in the tea room. I went up to the tea room to have my dinner, and she was there boiling the kettle, making herself a drink. And we got chatting, and she said to me, have you got a motorbike? I said, oh no, I said, my motorbike days are behind me now. I said, I haven't ridden a motorbike since 1992. I said, that was the last time I rode a motorbike. And I only stopped riding because I had an accident on the motorbike. It wasn't my fault, but I had an accident, broke my bike off. I was just bruised and battered, but I survived, no broken bones. But at the time I had two very young children, and initially I just wanted to get my bike put back on the road, get going again. But then I started giving it a little bit of thought and thinking, what if? What if things hadn't turned out the way they did? What if I'd been badly injured? Yes, it wasn't very fair. So yes, that's when my motorbike days ended, back in 1992. Now, although I did still have a couple of motorbikes, and I had them up my shed for 30 years, these two motorbikes, both were in a state of disrepair, both would need major restoration work, but they were there until less than 12 months ago, and I actually gave them away just to get rid of them, to clear the shed, because it appeared that I was going to have to move out and clear the shed and move on. But what I've done now is I have actually purchased the top of my garden, the land at the top of my garden, and the shed is all mine. I've actually bought it. So I could, in theory, I could have kept the motorbikes, but I'm pleased I didn't. Come on out, Snoopy, get out. He's found something, I don't know what he's found. Go on, off you go. So no, I said to the lady, no, my motorbike days are behind me now. I said, I think if I got back onto a motorbike, I'd have to go for retraining. It's been that long since I've ridden a motorbike. But I must admit, because I work in a garage, and motorbikes are a big part of the garage trade where I work, there's some absolutely beautiful bikes coming in and out, but the money, these things are worth an absolute fortune. And you could buy a car for the price of these motorbikes. So I'll stick with the cars. I think the cars are a safer bet, definitely a lot safer than motorbikes. And yes, so hey ho. Right, I'm going to sign out, guys. Bye bye.